All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, coming in a little bit late, hopefully to the rescue to kind of maybe, explain a little bit of stuff here. So I wound up having, well, not having, well, yeah, having to, but I got married on Friday. So I was a little bit absent on, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so today I'm going to try to cover what kind of came out that I missed and kind of just give you, my thought on it and yeah, go from there. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to keep going out with as many, things as I can for Star Wars Legion, mostly only. And yeah, we'll go ahead and start from there. I also make lists. So if you want to, go ahead and comment below maybe any list ideas that you have, or maybe any questions that you have. It's always, nice to make some videos and stuff. But all right, here we go. So they released the 501st Battle Force cards, as you already know. And they also had the Showdown. So the Outer Rim Showdown, kind of giving you this is basically from that game, showing you how to kind of play and what they can do and stuff like that. So they basically played the Rex and generic commander game, which is pretty cool because, I mean, obviously you don't have to run Anakin in the 501st, but if you did, you could do Anakin and or a friendly Commander Rex gains Indomitable. So, and it's permanent. So basically this 3-pip is going to allow you to have give out three command tokens or order tokens, basically, to special forces or core units. So basically, when you hand out those order tokens, they're going to permanently gain the ability to have Indomitable if they're at range 1 to 2 of Anakin or Commander X. And it's really cool because they'll be able to basically roll red dice to get off their suppression if they're at range 1 to 2. It doesn't say in line of sight or anything. It's just kind of like inspire. As long as they're in range 1 to 2, they can roll that red dice, which is cool because then it kind of shows that, Commander X and Anakin are thematically a little bit better and showing their leadership. And it's great because if you start gaining a ton of suppression, or with suppression lists coming up, especially with Bosk and a few of the other, Shadow Collective stuff, you can instantly get that off almost by just rolling the red dice. So that's really, really nice. And the fact that it's permanent is super nice. And then, like I said, being able to do it from both, you can, if you've got Anakin on one side and Commander Rex on the other side, you're always rolling red dice if you keep everyone kind of close to them. So you can spread out that range because it includes both of them. You can, if you have Rex kind of on one end, like I said, you have a wider ability to have units use this. All right, so next, let's see, tactical planning. This is a pretty cool one. It's just like the Imperial 2-pip that gives out 2 support or heavy units. It does the same thing. So, but this one is 2 support or special forces units. So they're really, really trying to make use of the ARC troopers. I feel like they're trying to give the ability to make an army around them and really focus on that 501st feel. I feel like, and I think during the Outer Rim Showdown, they quickly mentioned that for every full unit of arcs that you bring, you can bring a strike team. So you might be able to do 3 full arcs or 2 full arcs and 2 full strike teams. It depends, I guess, on their rules, but it sounds like you might be able to do a lot, like maybe more than 3 special forces. I don't know. You might be able to do 4, just like in the Shadow Collective, which would be cool because, like I said, if you do 2 full arcs, maybe you can do 2 full strike teams. You do 3 full arcs and 1 strike team. But that's a possibility. I don't know. I just feel like with all of the command cards giving it out to special forces, they're going to try to do what they can to expand on that. So after friendly support or special forces unit performs an attack against a unit that has a face-up order token, shuffle that order token back into its order pool. So this is going to be great against CIS, and if you've got really good order control. Because if you've got the order control, even though it's a 2-pip, so maybe they played a 2-pip, or who knows? I mean, if it's CIS, it really doesn't matter because they're going to be trying to put out order tokens everywhere. Now, it's really not going to work against Shadow Collective because they're really not putting up any order tokens, or they're not putting out any order tokens as much as they can. So you're really going to be limited on using this against the Shadow Collective. You're going to be very effective against the CIS with this because they want to have as many order tokens on the field as possible. And then so this will screw them up, giving them the AI stuff, especially if you get to take off any order tokens from the, if a, support or special forces does it. So also maybe if there's a way to, I know that the clone trooper commanders have direct and they can give out an order to the core troopers. There is no one who can really, and even I think fives gives out an order to clone troopers as well, but just core. So there's nobody that just automatically pops up for the special forces. But maybe if you start giving them HQ uplink, especially if you're planning on this one, and you're allowed to bring more than 3, maybe possibly 4, then you have 2 of those special forces, get an order. Maybe another 2 special forces get an order. So you've got 4 special forces teams that have an order that can, take out a lot of CIS tokens on the field. So that's just one way possibly of doing it, because it just says after a friendly special forces or support unit performs an attack against the unit that has a face support token. So it doesn't say when or who, or it doesn't say when, it just says who. So yeah, so if you give out as many order tokens as you can to your special forces at that one turn, and CIS, like I said, has a ton of them, you're going to be able to get the AI. Sorry for repeating myself. So the 1-pip, lead from the front. It is just given to a commander, so just Rex or just Anakin. When building a command hand, treat this as though it has 2 pips. After a friendly commander is issued an order by this card, you can choose 3 other friendly units within range 1 of that commander, and then each unit gains an aim or a dodge. So this would be pretty cool with Rex, because Rex has scouting party, and so you have to be a certain distance away from Rex anyway. And if you were to go with this one, then you're going to be able to immediately give Rex the order, and everyone around him is already going to be able to go ahead and gain a dodge since they're kind of already scouted up. So this would be really cool because, like I said, if you put maybe recon intel on Rex, that's scouting, that's scout 2. So he'll be able to get up pretty far. And then maybe if you had advanced positions where everyone gains recon 1, he'll have recon 3. He'll be able to get up really far. And 2 other units, I think, can go with him. So they'll be able to definitely gain a dodge. And if there's another unit that you are able to scout with that can get in that, range 1 of them, then they're going to also gain a dodge or an aim. So whatever you want to do, or it could be kind of like an alpha strike at that point. Maybe you give, you've got your Rex scouting party go up, and then you've given them all an aim. You've used this one. It's a 1-pip. You get to go first, and maybe you just fire support with another, unit if they were able to direct. So maybe you had another clone trooper unit that was able to give a core unit an order token, and you were able to give all of your units aims, or one of your units an aim, and you fire supported immediately, getting that immediate strike, especially if everyone's in range. I mean, there's possibilities for this card to do really, really well immediately, especially since it's a 1-pip as well. And I think there was something else I was trying to. Oh yeah, so a lot of these cards are going to be competitive if you want to bring Anakin. So if anyone's bringing Anakin, you're going to want to bring a lot of his command cards. And if you bring Rex, I'm sure you're going to want to bring a lot of his command cards. But these 501st Battle Force cards are going to be definitely worth bringing, I feel like, in my opinion. Now, I don't even play Republic or CIS, but I mean, The fact that this is a 1 pip and you can treat it as though it has 2 pips, you can bring 3 1 pips in a way, especially with this one. So, and is really giving your commander everything. So maybe you have Anakin in the front. This would be a really good one to have. And then lastly, the Swoop bike riders came in, and it's a really cool. I think it's going to be a really good unit, and it's only for the rebels, or yeah, the rebellion and the republic. So rebels and Gar get to use them in their army. So Gar has basically 2 different speeder bikes, and or yeah, Gar has basically 2 speeder bike, different ones. So it'd be really cool to see the difference in them and how they're used in the republic. And then the rebellion finally gets some super fast vehicles. So it's basically almost the regular speeder bikes and the Empire, with the fact that it's got cover 1 and speeder 1. So when defending, improve your cover by 1, which is pretty cool. And the fact that it also has just 1 comm slot and 70 points, 3 health. It's not going to break down, and it's just going to die. And then the crit to defense, I think they obviously messed up on that one. So it's probably surge to defense, not surge to crit. They probably just made it that, and the wrong symbol. They probably got those right. So it's probably surging to hit, because I mean that'd be 1 powerful bike heavy blaster pistol. That'd be 1 heavy blaster pistol basically. But yeah, range 1 to 2. There's 2 bikes in this, and so you'll be able to shoot 2 red, 2 black at range 1 to 2. They now have independent, or now I should say, we now have a unit of bikes that have independent aim 1 or dodge 1. So at the start of the activation phase, if you don't have an order, you can gain an aim or a dodge, which is awesome, because maybe, before your compulsory move, you're not given an order. So you take a dodge, and then now you have a compulsory move, and then you can take another dodge and then shoot something. So you have 2 dodges, then you can shoot something. Or, I mean, you could take an aim and then compulsory, take a dodge, or you take a dodge, compulsory, take an aim and shoot. So there's lots of good ways to keep tokens on these, which is awesome. And then reinforcements. So you can deploy after all units without reinforcements have deployed. So after everyone has laid everything out, you can go ahead and place this down at the very, very end in a really good strategic spot, hopefully. Now, they have the Vibro Axe, which is an overrun 1 attack. So kind of what I wanted to go over here is the overrun weapon keyword. So the weapon with an overrun keyword, or an overrun icon, is not a melee or a ranged attack. A unit can make only 1 overrun attack. Well, this unit this unit, the bikes, will be able to only, cannot get it out of me, make 1 overrun attack during its activation. The unit with an overrun weapon can immediately perform an overrun attack after it performs a move in which 1 or more of its miniatures bases overlap an enemy's miniatures bases. And so after completing the move and resolving any displacement, the unit with the overrun weapon performs an attack against the unit it moved through, ignoring range when making this attack. Okay, so, and you're only going to be rolling a red and 2 white. You're not doubling it. You're just rolling that as your overrun attack. And then, so if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to make another move and be able to overrun again. But yeah, I think that's overrun 2 or overrun 1. Y'all can correct me in the comments below. I'm not too familiar with it at the moment because, like I said, I don't play Gar, but this here it is right here. So it can only perform 1 attack pool when making this attack, which I said it can only roll you're not rolling. So even though it has 2 bikes, you're not rolling 2 red, 4 white. It's just that. And only weapons with the overrun 1 keyword can be in this attack pool. So the overrun weapon is only added to the attack pool once, even if there are multiple miniatures. Yeah, like I was saying. And then a unit can perform multiple overrun attacks during its activation. It must perform a separate move through any enemy unit for the overrun attack to work or to take effect. So that's basically it, guys. Just kind of wanted to catch up and tell you guys that, sorry I was absent. I was a little busy getting married. And yeah, so hopefully this week will be fun and all of the new things that will happen. And hopefully you guys will have a great time watching Obi-Wan Kenobi this week. And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully everyone's having fun with their new Shadow Collective as well. All right, guys. Well, I will catch you in the next video. May the force be with you and peace out.